Welcome to EcoAfrica, your trusted source for insightful news and analysis. We delve deep into global events, providing you with accurate and balanced reporting. The content presented here is for educational and analytical purposes only. We do not endorse or promote political violence, hate speech, or any form of extremism. Our aim is to inform and foster understanding through credible sources. In a significant development, Burkina Faso's military, under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, has reportedly intercepted and seized terrorism-related equipment valued at $1.2 million. This operation is part of the ongoing efforts to combat extremist threats in the Sahel region. While this marks a tactical success, the broader security challenges persist, with insurgent groups like Jamaat Nusrat al-Islam while Muslim and JNIM maintaining a presence in parts of the country. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on this story and more. Your engagement helps us bring you more in-depth reporting.
In the dusty heat of April, something unusual caught the eye of Burkinabe military intelligence, a suspicious convoy of motorcycles and tricycles heading through remote terrain. At first glance, they looked like everyday transport, but closer inspection revealed a deadly truth. These weren't just bikes, they were weapons of war. Hidden compartments held explosives. GPS-tracked routes hinted at something larger. Surveillance gear, foreign-made communication systems, and neatly packed arms were uncovered. It was no random smuggling operation. This was an orchestrated, campaign-aimed international effort to destabilize not just Burkina Faso, but the entire Sahel. These machines were meant to ferry fighters, deliver death, and dissolve borders. And at the center of this unraveling plan stood a man now hailed by many as a shield against chaos, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Behind the scenes, darker forces had been moving. According to security sources, a plot was in motion to assassinate Traoré and throw the country into disarray. Traitors Burkinabe nationals, working in concert with foreign elements, were positioning themselves for a deadly strike. But the country's intelligence agency moved first. They pounced before the insurgents could act, seizing stockpiles of terror equipment and cracking into a covert network determined to overthrow the government. The attempt failed, barely. To many citizens, the timing wasn't just lucky, it felt divine. This success wasn't a fluke, it was the product of a strategic shift. Burkina Faso had pivoted from reactive defense to proactive intelligence-led warfare. Under Traoré's leadership, the military began dismantling insurgent cells from the inside out, targeting the lifeblood of terror networks' logistics, communication, and recruitment pipelines. The intercepted arsenal dealt a major blow to extremists and signaled a clear message: Burkina Faso is no longer on the defensive. Captain Traoré knew the old model of warfare wouldn't win this fight, so he built a new one. Modernization of the armed forces became a national priority. Drones now scan remote forests, armored vehicles, patrol volatile zones. New communications gear linked soldiers across distances that once separated units fatally. But technology wasn't the only upgrade. Training evolved. Troops are now drilled not just in combat, but in digital intelligence, reconnaissance, and asymmetric warfare. Elite units are prepared to face guerrilla tactics and unconventional threats. The result? A military that's faster, smarter, and more confident. Morale is rising, and for good reason. But Traoré didn't stop with the army. He launched the Volunteers for the Defense of the Homeland, VDPA, civilian defense initiative rooted in community empowerment. From villages to farmlands, thousands, including women, answered the call. These volunteers aren't just trained in weapons handling, they learn civic responsibility, crisis management, and ethics. They become defenders of their homes, not just followers of command. This grassroots army stretches the military's reach, plugging the gaps where formal forces can't always go. More than that, it builds unity and a shared sense of ownership in the fight for peace. Sahel Unity, a regional defense renaissance. Traoré understood something many ignored. Burkina Faso's security depends on its neighbors. Alone, the nation is vulnerable. But united with Mali and Niger, it becomes a wall. Together, the trio is reshaping West African security. Intelligence is shared, operations are coordinated, extremist movement is constrained, cross-border weapons trafficking is interrupted, before it can ignite. Joint training exercises further cement this alliance zone that rejects foreign dependence in favor of African-led solutions. The Sahel, once a fracture zone, is slowly becoming a fortress. Yet Traoré's fight isn't only on the battlefield. Inspired by the legacy of Thomas Sankara, he's declared war on dependency and corruption. His administration is betting big on agriculture, feed the people, employ the youth, and reduce reliance on foreign aid. Investments in renewable energy and infrastructure are opening roads, electrifying towns, and fueling local industry. Where corruption once crippled progress, new anti-graft measures are winning back public trust. And as Burkina Faso plants seeds of economic independence, it's also growing resilience because prosperity is the ultimate weapon against extremism. Traoré also understands that bombs don't stop ideology, education does. That's why his government is overhauling school curricula, promoting civic values and critical thinking, especially among the youth most vulnerable to radicalization. De-radicalization isn't just about prevention, it's about redemption. Rehabilitation programs now offer former militants counseling, skills training, and a second chance. Faith leaders, once sidelined, are now allies in promoting peace and countering extremism's spiritual manipulation. And beyond the battlefield, Traoré is giving Burkina Faso a new voice on the world stage. No longer seen as a silent victim, the nation is becoming a regional leader asserting its sovereignty, choosing its partners, and demanding respect. Strategic alliances are now forged on mutual benefit, not foreign agendas. Traoré's diplomacy insists on dignity, cooperation, and a future built not on aid, but on agency. The seizure of motorcycles meant for war marked more than just a tactical win, it symbolized a turning tide. Burkina Faso, under Captain Ibrahim Traoré, is no longer waiting for help. It is building its own future. One decision, one community, one mission at a time. Yes, the threats are real. The enemy is persistent. But for the first time in a long time, the people of Burkina Faso are not just resisting, they're rising.
Thanks for watching Echo Africa, your trusted source for credible, breaking news across Africa and beyond. We appreciate your time and support. Stay informed, stay ahead, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. More news, more truth only on Echo Africa.